Karibu Rafikis, welcome to our channel today. It's Friday, looking like a Sunday because it got such a chill, relaxed Sunday morning vibe here. But okay, we're in Kigamboni, chilling. But I wanted to bring the story about, I think I never told you the story how I end up in Tanzania. It's a really, yeah, for me, it's spiritual. It was a spiritual story, a story of change, a story of liberation, a story of, yeah, it was a really good story for me. And that's why I want to share it with you. Maybe to inspire other people who really are trying to get free, get loose, break free from the system in the West. People who think they cannot do it, people who are afraid to do it, people who lost hope. That's why I want to share my story, because my story started 3 years ago during Corona, and it was crazy in the West, everywhere, as you all know. And one thing that really stood by was Tanzania. I was searching for places where there was no Corona hype, and Tanzania was one of the places, thanks to their president, the blessed Magafuli. And I found that man so courageous. He was so standing up against the West. That really inspired me. I'm like, wow, he wasn't going along with the corona thing. That is the place I should be, because it really inspired me. Like, so I didn't thought about it long time. I think within 4 months I made that decision. I'm leaving the West. I take my stuff and I'm leaving. All my family members, friends, and everybody around me were like, "What? Africa? What you gonna do in Africa? What's there in Africa? Africa is a lot of negativity, a lot of rapists, a lot of criminals, a lot of this, that, and the other. How can you risk your life going to Africa? What is there? You got no one in Africa?" Because originally I'm from Suriname. A lot of people don't know where it is, next to Brazil, small country next to Brazil, South America. And no, I don't want to go to Suriname because Suriname was under Corona, also under dictatorship, still is. And so I said, Tanzania is the place to be. Don't ask me why. Okay, because of Corona, but still because of there were not a lot of Corona rules here, but still it was kind of like a calling, something deep inside of me, something deep inside my soul. Because there were other places also that were not affected by, some places in Africa that were not affected by Corona, but Tanzania was the place that I that really called me. There was a calling within me. People say, okay, why Tanzania? I don't know. Something is calling me, something is waiting for me. That's why I need to go. I don't know what, how it's gonna be, but I need to be there. So I took my stuff, I quit my job, and I went, bought my tickets, did some research. I saw a lot of, it was also a big movement, a Western movement. Everybody leaving the West, going to Africa. Everybody got their own spot in Africa. Others went to Ghana, others went to South Africa, and a few of them were in Tanzania. So they inspired me also. All these diaspora who came here, they really inspired me also to take that step, make that step, and just leave. Don't be afraid. And I really did. And it never until that day disappointed me. It was the best step I ever took in my life, and If I would do it again, definitely 100%. I came here, the country welcomed me, the people welcomed me, the place was tranquil, it's still tranquil. It was also energy. I clicked with the country. The first time I landed, I looked around and I felt home immediately. But it also reminded me of Suriname. Suriname had that same vibe, has that same vibe. The buses, the chaos, the streets, the jams, the Dar es Salaam reminded me of Suriname. So I felt home immediately. But yeah, and yeah, and that is history. And at that time, I don't know why. Ask me why. Just the same way, like I didn't know why I needed to go to Tanzania, besides the Corona thing. But it was I wanted to do a beach cleaning. A beach cleaning. Don't ask me why. I wanted to go and do a beach cleaning. I never did a beach cleaning in my life. I'm like, but all of a sudden, there was also a calling within me. I need to go do a beach cleaning. So I went. I saw a group on Facebook by coincidence. Nothing is coincidence. I don't believe in coincidences. But they were organizing a beach cleaning. I'm like, what? Okay. Let me contact these people. And there was a beach cleaning in Besi Beach. I went there. That's where I met my homie. Yeah, and and he stood out throughout all these people. I'm like, because that's the thing. When you're landing in Africa, everybody wants something of you. Because for you from the West, everybody wants your attention, especially the guys. And so you need to be careful because everybody wants their tickets. So, yeah. And I wasn't searching for no relationship, no love, no nothing. I was just enjoying the time, the space. I was really content with myself, enjoying. But he really stood out. He was so calm, so chill between all these guys, right? And that's why he got my attention. I'm like, yeah, wait, he's nice guy. We talked. Yeah, and until this day, it's history. We click really well, and yeah, lifestyle here is, in the beginning I spent too much money on things that weren't necessary, but it was a learning experience because now I know better. He thinks I'm more stingy than the Tanzanians themselves nowadays days.
Yeah, he's too stingy nowadays, guys.
He says I'm too stingy now.
Becoming more stingy now.
More stingy than the Tanzanians themselves. Because I'm like, in Tanzania shilling, 10,000 Tanzanian shilling for something. Like, what? No, that's too expensive. I ain't paying that. So that was, but the mindset back then was, the euro is a lot, so you spend without thinking. But the only thing, the food, there are not a lot of food choices here. That's the only thing I miss. If I'm hungry on the street, I really need to think like, where should I eat? What should I eat? So I only end up eating chapati every time, again and again. So, and here and there I can eat something else, but in general I don't eat on the street. So we rather go home cooking. That's the best meals ever when we cook. So cook ourselves. So the food for me is kind of challenge here, because in the West, if you're hungry, there's always, even in the West, I don't eat on the street that easily, but at least you got choices, a lot of choices. But okay, another challenge, the language. Yes, I know I'm here for 3 years, but I don't speak the language. I took up some courses, but then I got lazy, and then but I really need to, because now I'm really mingling with the society, with the people, with everything, having my businesses here and everything. So you need to learn the language. So I'm gonna make an effort. Yeah, I really need to. And One big challenge also is doing business in Tanzania, in Africa. I think it's not only in Tanzania. I think the whole African continent is, I think, really challenging. You really need to get that European mindset, that Western mindset out of your head. Otherwise, you're gonna get stuck. You're gonna get frustrated. You're gonna get angry. You're gonna get pissed off. You're gonna get sleepless nights. So until now, some days I'm really irritated, especially when you need to do government things that can take 1 day, 2 day, take 2 weeks. Things that need to take an hour take 8 hours, and that is really challenging. So you need to keep that in mind. Doing business here, if you got a schedule, a plan, like I want to do something, I want to achieve something within 3 months, change that, make it like extend that period with 6 months or something, because it ain't that easy. It's not like pop 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 pop. And there are people who don't really want to see you get ahead. Jealousy and envy is everywhere. People want to boycott you and this and that. So have that in mind. That is challenging, really challenging. But still, when everything is done, said and done, it's really a good experience. Life here is really good. And there are little things you need to know, the rules, like this. Going to a government office like this, ain't gonna fly. The first time I went to extend my visa, I think wearing also something like this, my jeans, long skirt, because most of the times I'm wearing long dresses and everything, but still needed to cover up. Skinny jeans, don't come with them skinny jeans in them offices, because I think that day I was wearing a skinny jeans. I needed to go find me something on the streets, a kanga, that's how they call it?
Yeah,
Kanga, and cover myself up. So these are the little things. And the staring, that's annoying. After 3 years, still they stare at me everywhere I go. So you need to have that in the back of your mind. If you don't like that, this is not the place for you, because they gotta stare at you. Because you're different, you're still different. Even if you dress locally, you gotta stare. They notice you like you're not from here. And nightlife, I think one time I went doing some nightlife. Yeah, it was a good vibe, really good vibe. It was New Year's, I think. We went one time. New Year's, and another time also. Yeah, 2 times I think. The vibe is good, really different. I liked it, but so life in Tanzania is really great. Really, I would never choose another country over Tanzania. Of course, now that we did the road trip throughout all these countries, I got my preference. Like, this country I really would like to check out again, or maybe, So that's for the future. There are some countries I really like to go into and do the research. But Tanzania will be my base, will be my home, and So was I afraid? The first time, I was afraid. But I'm a girl. I don't let fear overtake me from making decisions in my life or doing something in my life. Of course, I was afraid. I was like, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? Is it the right choice? I prayed. I'm like, God, oh my God. But I'm like, if you don't jump, if you don't take that step, you won't know what's on the other side. So never ever let fear determine the choices you make in life, because fear is a roadblock, a blockage in your life. Fear can rob you from all the beautiful things you may experience in your life. So don't let fear overtake you. because it was the best decision ever. Even when we did the road trip, a lot of people, no, don't go there, don't go South Africa, don't go. I was like, never let fear stop you, because that was the one of the Johannesburg was really one of the places I really want to go back to. So if you listen to all these people, all this negativity, they're gonna keep you from enjoying your life. Of course, you need to be careful, but never ever let fear overtake you. And yeah, it is a nice journey along with my homie. Yeah, we love adventurers. We like we like nature. We like doing spontaneous thing. We like enjoying life, every moment of life, enjoying the birds. Actually, he really taught me to value nature more. When I first came here, we were at the beach. He like, look at the birds flying in a row. Look at this. Look at this flower. Look at this. So because of him, I looked at nature, looked at life with another lens, and yeah, this experience I would never miss in my life. And of course, I'm going back and forth, but there will be a short term day when I will be definitely based here, and yeah, so be strong, be courageous, be area, I and I, growth wonders.